Welcome back to the Jasmine Star Show. Y'all, I got a little secret and it might surprise you. Okay, here it comes. LinkedIn is not just for job seekers in corporate America. Okay, maybe not that big of a secret. Maybe it's not news to you. Or maybe I just utter the words LinkedIn and you're like, I'm going to roll my eyes and I'm going to pass upon this podcast. Y'all, here's the thing. Y'all know I'm a law school dropout, right? Every conversation I have, much to my husband's chagrin, I look at it as like a potential case, right? I am a lawyer and you are the jury. I'm going to lay out a case as to why you might reconsider LinkedIn. Because if you're wanting to connect with more customers, it might seem like an unlikely marketing platform, but I have to tell you, when I dove headfirst into learning the best kept secrets of LinkedIn, I just became shook. So what I learned, of course, I have to share with you. Even if you don't think LinkedIn is for you, I'm going to invite you to listen into my strategy because you can use the same approach on any social media platform. If you've been around the block with me, you know my goal is to work smarter, not harder. What I'm about to share with you is very similar to how I teach you to grow your business on Instagram or Facebook or a variety of other platforms. But it's the small strategic changes that I make for LinkedIn that are creating amazing results. In this episode, I'm going to give you the map to my growth leading to thousands of new connections with prospective customers on LinkedIn. And you can use the same strategies to grow your own business using the platform. So let's dive in. We're going to focus on 4 main strategic tips. Let's begin with number 1, copy. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to use hooks to stop someone from scrolling. So what's a hook? Now, I want you to picture this like truly like a fish hook, right? You're going to throw it onto the water. You're going to hook a fish and you're going to reel them on in. You want to use words at the beginning of your post that resonate with your ideal client. By creating content for people who self-identify as the audience you're speaking to, there is an increased likelihood that they're going to engage with you. So using this as an example, if I was on LinkedIn, I could say, calling all business owners, calling all entrepreneurs who are tired and burnt out using social media. Now, somebody could read that and it not resonate, but somebody could read that and be like, wow, she's speaking to me. We're using copy. Another way that I like to use copy in a strategic way is to ask an engaging question, because engagement is huge. It is so important on social media and especially on LinkedIn. When somebody comments on your post, that post is then shared to their followers. Whereas on other social platforms, it's not automatically shown and shared, but there's a much higher likelihood of that share being shown to friends of people who are connected with your page on LinkedIn. Man, it's so powerful. The organic reach that you get on that platform has been unparalleled. So asking questions that get people to respond will trigger the algorithm to expand your post's reach. Now, another thing that I'm going to be talking about when it comes to copy, which is our first of 4 main strategic tips, is to test the lengths of your post. Think of LinkedIn as a micro-blogging platform or a long-form Twitter account. By the way, I mean, write articles that aren't as long as a blog post, but lengthy enough to get your point across so that your content can be tested. Write an article or update your status to share personal thoughts and ideas that are related to your business. A little personality really differentiates your post from other content on the platform. I have never seen a better platform to showcase your professional expertise in written form than LinkedIn. When you write, it performs extraordinarily well on LinkedIn. The second strategic tip is going to be content. Just looking at your content, I want you to keep 2 things in mind. Number 1, I don't want you posting outside links. LinkedIn wants users spending as much time as possible in the app, and rightly so, right? People want to keep them there on the platform. So treat LinkedIn as its own hosting platform for videos by uploading the files directly to the app instead of linking them elsewhere. Like even if you have a pop-in viral YouTube video or like a ton of shares on a Facebook video, don't link out to that video, upload the video to the platform. Now, the second thing when it comes to considering your content, and that is to contextualize your content. And what I mean is to respect the platform. I don't really want to see you copying and pasting content from like your Facebook or Instagram account and then put it on LinkedIn. You can absolutely and totally post similar content, but you want to repurpose it specifically for LinkedIn so your audience feels like it's tailor-made for them. Even a 3% overall change to the original post, that can make a huge difference. I always think that the hook, what you write at the beginning, should contextualize the content for LinkedIn. And if you do that and a couple other like nuanced tweaks, the way that people speak on LinkedIn, y'all, now you have an article that feels native and there's a higher likelihood for engagement. Speaking of engagement, that is leading me to my third strategic tip, and that is to really focus on commenting on industry leaders and dream customers' content. So, two main people to be focusing on, and that's to give support to other people in your industry who are doing amazing things. Why? Your comment on this industry leader's post can get exposure to the same kind of customer that this industry leader is going after, that you could also be going after. Now, that's just one way to drive engagement, but also importantly, just as importantly, actually, is to leave a comment on your dream customer's content. If social media interactions are an online introduction to somebody else on behalf of your business, then your comments, those comments are like a digital handshake. So if it's like a handshake, like, hey, nice to meet you, ideal client. Hey, good to see you, industry leader. That is what a comment will do. So create meaningful and thoughtful responses. I always try to say more than 4 words on other people's posts, on their status updates, and even in direct messages. Please don't be those people on LinkedIn who say, hey, Jasmine Star, nice to connect. Here's my Calendly link to book a session. And if you book now, there's a 10% discount. Looking forward to connect. Like, don't be that person on LinkedIn. Like, it doesn't work. It's a waste of time, and it is not a good brand experience. Now, when speaking about engagement, I just focused on giving engagement to industry leaders, giving engagement to your dream customers. But let's talk about engagement that you receive. So I want to make sure that you're responding to every comment that is left on your post and articles. When you give the type of engagement that you want to get, you're intentionally creating relationships and inadvertently triggering their algorithm. So when you comment on someone's post, their post will show up on your feed. And when they turn around and comment on your post will show up on their feed. Okay, so are you still with me? Remember, this is amazing. This is the opportunity to get attention in your business that is unrivaled on other social platforms. So remember, give before you expect anything in return. Speaking of not expecting anything in return, this is like the key to networking, at least what I think. I believe that I can become a powerful networker when I think about what could I do more for somebody else than what I expect for them to do for me. So let's chat about how to network like a pro. LinkedIn provides powerful tools for you to use to network and connect with industry peers, as well as your ideal clients and those dream customers. Now, I know networking can feel uncomfortable for some people. Hello, y'all. I am like, I always say, like, on a scale of 1 to 10 introvert, I'm about 27, but taking small steps to reach out and build valuable connections over time will really transform your business. I mean, they've totally transformed mine. Here are a few ways that you can network like a pro, no matter what your personality type is. Y'all, get creative. You could totally introduce yourself in a video or an audio message. You can extend a request for a virtual cup of coffee over Zoom. You could share a few podcasts that you've enjoyed. Like if there's somebody who posted about going to France for the summer and you say, oh, I really enjoyed this podcast from this person. I think you might enjoy it, and get tips on where to visit in France. Nothing to do with your business, but that, my friend, is how you give more than you can get. When you think outside of the box, it really helps your connections stand out. And when it comes to commenting on industry leaders and ideal clients like content, remember, I'm getting creative about how to network, and commenting, like, these are the digital handshake on behalf of your business. I want to remind you to create meaningful and thoughtful responses. More than 4 words, like I said before. You want to make sure that it's contextualized to what they said. Because when you leave a comment on LinkedIn that's like, this is so great, what a thoughtful read, very insightful, it completely sounds like fake and inauthentic, and it makes you wonder, did they even read the content, or are they just trying to get exposure? Write something that actually makes sense, and I'm going to tell you it will be worth the extra 12 seconds it took to write that comment. And like I mentioned, when people are sending those personal messages, when you do that, personalize that conversation. You know, you can even look at somebody's header on LinkedIn, and if they have a picture of them speaking, their cat and or their partner, you could be like, your cat is so cute. Checked out what you do. I look forward to learning how we can connect. It's like that tiny little addition to show that you actually did some work on the front end will really make your networking effective. So I've said that over the past year, I've spent a lot of time developing my strategy on LinkedIn, and I found that these methods are really the most fruitful. There's just a few people using these marketing strategies. So those that are going to be doing it like you're going to set yourself apart. It's important to know that there's a lot of people spending a lot of time on this platform, and the organic reach on LinkedIn is right now at an all-time high. So what I mean is it's time to view LinkedIn as an online networking party. So get out there and start perfecting your virtual handshake. If you would like more strategic advice and on writing copy that sells and building out networking and knowing what to say, you can make sure and get your hands on my free branding bundle. It includes my proven methods on creating copy that converts. I'm telling you, I think it's going to be really helpful in driving engagement on LinkedIn, and it's going to be helpful across all your social platforms. You can download the free branding bundle by going to jasminestar.com/branding or by clicking the link in the episode description. All right, y'all. I wish you the best with your LinkedIn strategy, and I'll talk to you soon.